Okay fam, welcome to today's episode of Destination Fitness with Carlos, and it's the Sydney Coastal Walks episode 5, and I'm on the beautiful Cronulla beach, and this is the Cronulla Beach Coastal Walk. Guys, this is one of the longest coastal walks, the most southern end of the Sydney beaches before you hit the national park, but it's a beautiful walk guys. A bit strenuous because you can actually walk on the beach itself, which I'm going to do in a sec as you're watching the video, but this is a great walk guys, and very strenuous if you do the whole thing. But anyway guys, here we go. New episode, episode 5, Sydney Coastal Walks with Carlos. Okay fam, so the beauty about the Cronulla Coastal Walk, as you can see, it's all paved down here, and as we're going down to the Cronulla beach itself down there, but if you look all the way on the other side, you can actually decide to use the paved walk, or you can walk along the beach. And as you can see guys, that goes all the way to the other side down there, and that is a long walk. I'm going to read the comments below, or the titles below, because that gives you an idea how big this beach is. This is a huge beach, and it's right at the southern end, the most southern end of the beaches of Sydney before the national park starts. So this is as south as you're going to get, and the airport is just on the other side of the peninsula, in Cronulla. But basically guys, this is the walk. We'll start from this end here, right on the southern end, walk through Cronulla all the way down to Wanda, and I'll show you what it looks like. This coastal walk's a beautiful walk, but it's a long one. And they're the views you got of the actual beach itself as you're walking down guys. As you can see, a lot of bathers down the bottom there, sunbaking. Water again, this bit, it's a little bit calmer here, but you still need to be a pretty good swimmer. As you can see, a lot of apartments, sort of buildings. Cronulla's built up area, shopping centres, a whole lot. So let's go. As you can see guys, we're right on the beach, and all cafes and restaurants right on the beach, so good spot here to basically get something to eat as well on your walk, and get something to drink to bring with you. You'll need some water because it's a long walk.
To work out.
As you can see guys, at Cronulla here, you've got the park behind you. A lot of people go to sunbake, and that's the main Cronulla beach down here. Beautiful day today too, lots of people. Hey, it's a Saturday, not filming, so that's why there's so many people. And again guys, you've got your rock pools, which we love in Sydney on our beaches, and there's two on at Cronulla here, one down there, and this is the main one here, and the main beach is down there. So a lot of people like using the rock pools. It's a little bit quieter here, and if you're a weak swimmer you can swim in that area. And I like this rock area there, so you don't get the surf coming in all the way, you get the pools to swim in, so it's pretty cool. And there's an idea behind you here, that's what the rock pools look like, nice and close up. As you can see, the water's calm still, so good for swimming for little kids and people that aren't very strong swimmers. And you got the surf just coming out there, which hits the edge of the rock pools and doesn't come in. And look at these apartments overlooking the pools as well. Not a bad place to live, because that's your view out there guys. But this is all part of the walk guys, on the coastal walk. As you can see guys behind me, a lot of restaurants here in Cronulla as well, like most of the beachside suburbs, right on the beach, which is nice. Now this is the coastal walk itself. As you can see, it takes me up this way and the beach is down there. However, What I will be doing is hitting the beach as we get a bit further up. But what you can do to make your coastal walk a bit more strenuous, if you want to do that, is walk along the beach, guys, because as you know, walking on the sand is a lot harder. And what I'll do is I'll be walking on the sand as we get on the other side. And this part here is North Cronulla Beach. So the other part was South Cronulla, and that down there is North Cronulla. As you can see, all the people out there swimming between the flags, that's where most of the people are. Because over here in Australia, very dangerous surf. You've got to be very careful. As I've said on most of these coastal walk videos in regards to swimming, you've got to be a pretty good swimmer. Surfers, they know what they're doing, but you really need to swim between the flags, and that's why there's so many people in certain spots and empty bits on the beach, because you're not supposed to swim outside of the flags unless you take the risk. And as you can see behind me, guys, surf lifesavers overlooking the beach. So they make sure that people stay in between the flags. They'll call out to say to people get back in the flags, or if there's rips out there where you can get caught in the surf, they'll tell you to come back in. And if there's any sharks they get notified about, they'll tell people to come in. But you'll find these on most of our coastal beaches, which is really good. So they look after everyone down here, guys, and they're volunteers, a lot of these people, which is really cool. Now behind me is where their club is, but the only thing is they're doing some work there. But they've got everything you need here, guys, to save people if anyone gets into any trouble. But look at that, guys. This is where everybody is, and this is because this is where the surf lifesavers will actually watch and make sure that they're all swimming between the flags down there. Now as you walk along the coastal walk, guys, you'll see, as you've got down here, access to the beach. So you've got the walk, the concrete part, and the access to the beach, and this is Allura. Good thing is they're all signed. It tells you how far you've gone. So if you want to track how well you're doing or how far you're going, you've got a lot of these little signs that help you out as well, because this is a very popular walk, guys. But again, also on these walks, as you move further away, we were at South Cronulla down there, the main part, it gets less people, more housing. But what you're going to find is there's still lifeguards, there's still surf. So what I'm going to do now is walk a bit further down and get on the actual sand itself. Hopefully you're not picking up too much wind on the camera, because it is a little bit windy. It's always windy when you get on the coast anyway. But it's a warm day, guys. So I just said to you, I think earlier, about making sure that you keep hydrated on these walks, because they take it out of you, especially this one, it's the longest walk. And what did I forget to do? Bring water. So I'm going to try and buy some water. There's a lot of little shops and little people that sell stuff as you're walking down here as well. But here we go, guys. So this takes you right down to the beach. Let's get down there. Okay guys, and here's the lifeguards behind me. So this is where they get stationed, and they're looking out and making sure everything's safe. And again, these guys are all volunteers, which is great. And look at the flags. I don't know if you can see the flags there, but you've got to swim between those flags. and that's why most of the people are swimming out there. But again, it's for your safety, because this isn't easy beach to swim in, guys, so you've got to really listen to these guys behind you and take heed of what they say. So as you can see, guys, the lifeguard behind me just adjusting the flags on this coastal walk. When you walk on the beach, you get to see them at work, and they're adjusting the flags because the surf keeps moving, keeps getting rougher in different areas. But when you look at it here, guys, I can walk out there at least up to where all those people are. So it doesn't look dangerous, but if you get caught in a rip, that can drag you out, so it can be dangerous. So on the coastal walk, it's a little bit of an adventure too, so you've got to be a bit careful. But I'm walking right on the edge anyway, as you can see behind me. But again, guys, getting some water on my feet, getting nice and cool past the part of the walk. And this makes the walk harder, walking through water, walking through sand. So add that into your walk, guys. Okay, fam, so as you can see, I'm starting to get a sweat up now, walking in this sand, and it's soft sand. So the walk itself, like I said, the actual paved part is on the other side over there. But I'm walking on the beach side. Now, on the actual beach where you get close to the water, it's actually hard sand, so it's comfortable to walk in. But when you walk on this soft sand that's behind me there, I mean, it's beautiful white sand, but your calves really feel it and your thighs really feel it. So again, guys, throw that into your walk. And if any of you have actually watched my previous workouts, when I was doing workouts, I used to do a lot down here. And as you can see, they're like sand dunes just down there. And Wanda, which is just on the other side, as we keep walking, is where all the sand dunes are. And you can get a very good workout down there. And again, you've got the lifeguard tower there, overlooking the beach. But at Wanda, guys, you get a beautiful workout. So have a look at I'll put some links up to the workouts I used to do on the sand dunes. And that is a serious workout. But guys, we're going to keep going. I'm going to walk up towards the paved area now because my calves are killing me. And if you can see behind me, guys, look how far we've walked. It's a very long walk, this one, guys, but I'm going to get a drink because I'm dying of thirst, and I'm going to bring that with me. I should have brought it with me in the first place, but make sure you bring water with you. Now, guys, there's the coastal walk behind me. You can see there, it brings you into some grassland, but there's all different directions. You can keep going along the beach, but the reason I came this way is I love looking at these places here. Guys, these are the homes behind me. I'm just going to film a little bit so you can see what they look like. And they're amazing. I mean, I don't know who lives in these houses, who can afford to. And their view is the beach there, and they can walk straight onto the beach. But they're beautiful. Okay, fam, so I've done the right thing, grabbed my water, and I veered back down towards the beach again from the walk. Now, I don't know if you can see behind me, when you're coming down, if you're traveling to Sydney and you're going to fly in, the flight, literally when they land, majority, I'd say 90% of the time, you will fly over this beach. So when you see the water, you see the beaches, this is basically where you're flying over. Now I'm going to step back, going into the wind a bit. I'm trying to keep away from the wind so it doesn't interfere with with everything I'm saying. But that's how far we've walked behind me there. And guys, there's still a long way to walk, but what I'm going to do is walk back from here. It's been about an hour of walking, and I've walked on the soft sand. So purposely, I've walked on the soft sand because I want to make sure that I get a good workout. Because remember, this is about health and wellness as well as enjoying these coastal walks. Look, guys, I'm in Australia. These flies, I don't know if I just swallowed one. I'm trying to make sure that these flies don't go in my mouth. But again, guys, this coastal walks, it's about health and wellness. So as well as the walk, you want to make sure you get a good workout out of it, because you can just take your time, relax, and you don't get really anything out of it. But walking on this soft sand, it's really good, guys. And I'm just going to step out of the wind a bit just so you can see how much further there is to go. So all the way down the end there, I'd say, now I've run this before. Like I said earlier, if you've checked my previous, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I used to do the sand dunes up here, and I also used to run down here. And I'm telling you now, it's a long walk down the end down there. You can bring your 4-wheel drives in, but it's a long way, guys. So if you're going to walk it and you want to walk the whole length, you're probably looking at about a good two hours or so one way and 2 hours the other, because it is a very long beach. Again, look at the comments I'll put down below, because that gives you an idea of the area as well. I'll let you know a little bit about the whole place itself. But what I'm going to do on the walk back, I'm just going to let the camera roll a little bit and show you some of the sights as you go along. So in Cronulla itself, guys, as you can see behind me, lots of cafes, lots of restaurants down this end near the beach, which is really handy. So, you know, with your coastal walk, you walk up the beach, you come back, you're feeling tired, you're feeling drained, there you go. Restaurants, and they're really nice as well, guys, very nice places down here. I'm going to take you through the main thoroughfare of Cronulla as well. And this is what the streets of the Cronulla look like, guys. Very resort feel to it, right on the beach. All these apartments, very nice. This is all residential. 1 or 2 little hotels, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful area for walking their dogs. But like I said, guys, it's the dog wanted to pee and the guy took off. But as you can see, it's a very residential area, but feels like you're in a little resort town. And you're in Sydney. You're not that far from the city, and really close to the airport, just on the southern side, southern end of the city. I've done a lot of the eastern suburbs beaches on this walk, and this is the southern beach, which is probably the most southern you're going to get. But again, it's a beautiful little place, guys. I love Cronulla. Whenever I come here, it feels like going on holiday, and you're basically just in the city itself. So there you go, guys. It's the little streets of Cronulla. I'll take you where the shops are. Guys, one of the great things in Cronulla, a lot of cafes, a lot of restaurants, and I should have mentioned it right at the beginning, you've actually got the train that comes here. So it's the end of the southern line, comes right down to Cronulla, and you can go straight into the city. So it's a great place to live if you're working in the city. But the good thing is, as you see with most of my videos, there's been no trains. It's only been buses as public transport into the eastern suburbs. But down here, you've got the train that comes all the way down to Cronulla. So that's one real positive about coming down here. Just hop on the train, and the train literally just stops around the corner. Down here where I'm going, and the beach is what? Not even a 5-minute walk. As you can see, guys, this is it. All restaurants, Cronulla, all bars, cafes. Beautiful little spot to get away from the city. Okay, fam, so that brings an end to the Cronulla Coastal Walk. Hope you've enjoyed that. As you can see behind me, a beautiful beach, and you've seen a little bit of Cronulla as well. But guys, add that to your list. That's episode 5 out of the way. But this walk is a real beach walk. Look at that. And I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. And like I said, if you do this, you're going to get a really good workout. So let's see what happens on episode 6, guys, and where we go there. See you soon.